Sounds good, Kristen. 6:02 driving conditions could be especially dicey this morning in the East Mountains after snow fell on and off all night.
But it won't only be the snow, the wind. It's picked up this morning as well. News 13's Catherine Mazzone made the dangerous drive out to Cedar Hill with the very latest out there. Good morning, Catherine.
Good morning, Crystal. Now, the snow has died down a bit, but the winds, they're still pretty brutal out here. It's very cold, and we've been watching the traffic pick up on I-40, noticing that a lot of cars are going a bit slower than we normally see. Now, that's not necessarily because of bad conditions as far as ice or anything. That's because of blowing snow, making it difficult to see. Now, take a look at this video that we got overnight. Now, it's very evident the winds were howling and snow was falling. It started at about 7. The roads on the interstate and Route 66 are still clear, as a lot of the snow is just blowing around on top of the road. It's making for some difficult driving conditions when it comes to being able to see where the lanes are. Some drivers we spoke to say, although it may not look like past storms, you still have to be careful.
Cars in the ditch. People just ain't aware that black ice is everywhere.
I've seen a couple wrecks where it looked like it was just people not going, good for this conditions.
Now, as the storm continues to move through the state, that visibility and those conditions are likely to only get worse. So a word of advice, keep it safe out there. And again, as we mentioned earlier in the newscast, APS East Mountain schools are on a 2-hour delay. Back to you.
Catherine, thank you. With all of the snow and ice in places across the state, you may want to give yourself some extra drive time, especially if you're heading up to the northern, northeast, and eastern parts of the state. Here's a look at the current road conditions from nmroads.com. Those areas are experiencing difficult driving conditions. We're going to keep you posted on all that. Just know that crews are out maybe getting roads clearer this morning. You will want to take it easy despite their efforts.
The winds and even snow flurries making their way through the metro this morning. It started yesterday here in Albuquerque. People dealt with wind gusts of up to 50 miles per hour in some areas. We're seeing a return of the sweaters and gloves, a drastic drop in temps, and brutal winds cut some off guard.
Walking up to the hospital, the winds, it's a little hard to walk into the wind.
I can't believe that it's as cold as it is.
I'm originally from Fargo, North Dakota, but that's why we're from there, and this kind of reminds me of being back home.
Yeah, the west side saw most of the snow flurries from the latest storm. This is video from early yesterday. There's more flurries coming down this morning there.
We love to see what's happening with the weather in your area and help us tell the weather story throughout New Mexico all morning long. You can send your photos to report it at KRQE.com.
And all that snow is making for some happy skiers this morning. A lot of ski resorts seeing some snow.
As the storm continues to sweep across New Mexico, remember to stay with KRQE News 13 this morning. We'll have the latest forecast, school closures, delays throughout the day, online at KRQE.com and also on the bottom of your screen.